Welcome, everyone. Today I'm diving into a fascinating exploration of the book of Revelation. I'll be focusing on chapters 12 and 13, which I believe outlines a profound 14-year timeline, stretching from September 21st, 2017 to September 18, 2031. Join me as I uncover the connections between these prophetic visions and the events unfolding in our world today. Before we delve deeper, let me explain a concept called chiasm, or chiastic structure. It's a literary technique where themes or ideas are presented in a symmetrical pattern, often mirroring each other. Imagine it like a reflection. The first and last elements mirror each other, as do the second and second last, and so on. This structure is often used in biblical texts and can reveal deeper layers of meaning and even point to future events. Understanding this can help us see the intricate design within Revelation and how its messages might mirror events in our time. Now let's dive into how this 14-year period can be seen as a chiasm. Since 14 years is divisible by 2, it naturally splits into 2 sections of 7 years each. The first section spans from September 21st, 2017 to October 2nd, 2024, forming the first half of the mirror. The second half runs from October 2nd, 2024 to September 18th, 2031. Since we've already experienced the first 7 years, we'll spend some time reflecting on the key events from that period. This will help us understand and anticipate the mirror events that may unfold in the next 7 years, forming the second half of this chiasm. In this next part, we'll focus on the first of these 4 segments, the 3.5 years from September 21st, 2017 to February 27th, 2021. Specifically, we'll be looking at seal number 1 and seal number 2 as mentioned in the book of Revelation chapter 6. In upcoming videos, I'll explain the methods used to identify the opening of the seals. But for this summary, it's enough to note that seal number 1 was opened on December 26th, 2019, marked by a solar eclipse in Sagittarius. This celestial event signaled the beginning of the global pandemic as the rider went forth conquering and to conquer. Now let's move on to seal number 2. This seal was marked by another significant celestial event, a solar eclipse in the constellation of Ophiuchus, which occurred around December 14th, 2020. This date is notable as it coincided with the Electoral College, declaring Joe Biden the winner of the presidential election, and Operation Warp Speed being handed over to his administration. I believe Joe Biden represents the rider on the red horse, who was given the power to take peace from the earth. This power, symbolized by the office of the presidency, came with a great sword, which seems to be Operation Warp Speed. Originally started by the Trump administration, this tool was handed to the new incoming administration on December 14th, 2020.
99% of people on the planet were abused, they were poisoned, close to 20 million of them were killed.
This initiative was a powerful tool that had a significant impact worldwide. It should be noted that from the start of the pandemic, supply chains, daily life, and the cost of goods began to change significantly. This marked the beginning of inflation, which aligns with Revelation 6:6. In the midst of the 4 living creatures, I heard a voice say, "A measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny." This verse captures the essence of the economic shifts we've witnessed, emphasizing how these events were foretold in the prophecy. This second segment spans from February 27th, 2021, which is the midway point of 3.5 years, to October 2nd, 2024. During this time, seal number 3 and seal number 4 come into focus. Seal number 3 seems to have been opened on June 10th, 2021, when an eclipse occurred in the constellation of Taurus during the G7 summit, with the signing of the new Atlantic Charter by Joe Biden and Boris Johnson. While some may argue that seal number 3 signifies famine or inflation, as mentioned earlier, inflation results from events involving all 4 living creatures. The rider on the black horse is depicted holding a yoke, not a balance, as indicated in the English version of the Bible, suggesting a union or contract between two major entities. This aligns with the New Atlantic Charter, symbolizing a significant partnership between the United States and the United Kingdom. Seal number 4 is particularly intriguing as it continues into the second half of the mirror image. This seal involves the rider on the green horse, representing death followed by hell. Based on our observations, it seems we're currently in the midst of seal number 4. This seal appears to have been opened on October 7th, 2023, with the event known as the Al-Aqsa Flood, when Hamas attacked Israel. This marked the beginning of a series of events leading to the opening of seal number 4. The seal was further confirmed by an eclipse in the section of the sky governed by Leo on October 14th, 2023, which coincided with Israel's formulation of its response and subsequent actions in Gaza. The next 3.5-year period spans from October 2nd, 2024 to April 18th, 2028. I arrived at this date by adding 1,260 days to the election on November 5th, 2024, aligning with the 1,260 days of prophesying by the two witnesses in Revelation. Based on my research, I believe Donald Trump and Elon Musk could be these two witnesses who will receive power to prophesy during this period. A power we've seen granted before in seal number 2, the power of the presidency, leader of one of the world's largest superpowers. During this 3.5-year period, it's crucial for the saints to focus on the messages given to the 7 churches in the book of Revelation. I believe that God sealed certain individuals, possibly the 144,000 during the first 7 years, to be messengers to these churches. These assemblies represent groups and individuals who base their faith on Jesus Christ, the only begotten Son of God, the Messiah promised to the woman who would bruise the head of the serpent. The responsibility of these sealed individuals is to deliver these messages, guiding and encouraging the saints during this critical time. As we approach the end of this prophetic timeline, it's essential to remain vigilant and reflective on the teachings we've discussed. The book of Revelation provides not just warnings, but also guidance for how to navigate these times. Remember, this is a time for faith, preparation, and reflection on the messages given to the 7 churches. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the book of Revelation. This is just the beginning. Stay tuned for more insights and discussions in our upcoming videos. Until next time, take care, God bless, and shalom, shalom.